Hey out there, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Jen. If you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here for the ride, you don't know how much I appreciate you. And I am dressed up just a bit today, but my eyes are still bothering me, so I can't wear my contacts. So please forgive me of that. So today on Sexy Sunday, we're going to do a scary Sexy Sunday, and I guess you read the caption. We're doing it on shape shifters. So on this October Sexy Sunday, we are going to take a look into some of the stories told to children in different cultures. And maybe I should give a trigger warning. Some of these, there's no blood or gore or nothing like that, but they do go back to some cultures' childhoods. So just a heads up on that. And I do have a friend who is from the Dominican Republic, and he told me about something called and some of these words are foreign, so I may have a little bit of, trouble pronouncing them. Please forgive me. But he told me about something called a galipote. And y'all, I invited him to join us, but he's a little camera shy. Still, y'all, he deserves a shout out. He knows who he is. Thank you, Bunches of Audio. Anyway, according to legend, there are men who can become animals and then men again. What the fuck? um, and this galipote can also become inanimate objects like rocks and trees. And y'all, he can control animals by transferring his desires to them, and that will make the animals bow to his will and do his wishes. Now, y'all, according to belief, galipotes are cruel, violent, and very strong. And even bullets will not hurt these creatures. It has been said that they like to cause havoc by frightening people traveling at night. So be careful at night. No, really. They can cause people to become hopelessly lost, and they don't allow the person to pass them. So, if you find yourself traveling in the country, chances are high you will run across a galipote. So, the advice is, when traveling in the country, to protect yourself with amulets and to cross yourself a lot, because that supposedly would keep them away. Now, the galipote can become a dog, and this galipote is now known as a loup-garou. Loup-garou. And this is from the French word that means man-wolf. Y'all would not believe this, but galipote can also fly like a bird. These high-flying nocturnal birds are called zangano or zanku. Just to let you guys know, I did try to find a few pictures of this bird, but there are none. Nevertheless, according to legend, this zanku sucks the blood of the children during the night and will also do terrible sexual things to infants. Ooh. And y'all, this thing can become invisible. There is a way to kill one of these beings, though. But the only way is to make a wooden cross from a branch, and the wood can only be cut on a Good Friday. And this wood cross is also known as a palo de cruz. Some advice: when making one of these crosses, to use a knife or machete that has been blessed with salt water. According to the residents of San Juan de la Maguana, located in the southernmost part of the country, there are still galipote there today, and families still tell stories of relatives that were known galipote. And I hope I'm not butchering this too much because this is my friend's culture and I don't want to butcher his language. So I hope that I'm doing okay, with the southern drawl. It's hard to say some of these words, so I hope he forgives me if he's watching. How does one become a Galipote? Well, in order to become a Galipote, you must make a pact with the devil himself. And in this pact, you would be, like all pacts of the devil, you'd be selling your soul for the ability to change yourself into another form. Also, a witch doctor, they have the ability to help transform a human into this evil creature. But more recent stories that I read in 1962, the massacre of Palmo Solomascars, survivors were Galipote. And the only reason they were not eradicated and executed by the soldiers was because they turned themselves into elements of the environment, like trees and rocks and animals. And in this way, the soldiers could not see them to wipe them out. And with that, they survived. Now, I don't know how much of these legends are true, but parents use this story of these evil beings that can change their shape to scare their children into behaving. So if you ever find yourself roaming in the country of the Dominican Republic, especially the southwestern part, remember to always carry a wooden cross. If it is after dark, or you may never find your way home. Just in case this isn't just a scary story parents tell their children to behave, I think it would be wise to just never travel there after dark. Okay, so now let's take another look at a different shapeshifter that is never mentioned by name by the Native Americans for fear of calling it out. These Native Americans, they're afraid if they even say the name, this being will come to them or search them out. Now, y'all, according to Navajo legends, skinwalkers are shape-shifting witches that disguise themselves as deformed animals like wolves and bears. This legend originates in the American Southwest, and some today believe it to be a hoax, but some say it is very, very much real. This entity has its roots deep in Native American lore. Now, y'all, the rest of America got its first real taste of the Navajo legend in 1996, when a story of a Utah family's traumatic experiences with this creature was chronicled in the Desert News. And they published in an article entitled Frequent Flyers. And this article included cattle mutilations and disappearances, UFO sightings, and let's not forget the appearance of crop circles. But now the most distressing encounter occurred was one night just 18 months after moving onto this ranch. The father's name was Terry Sherman, and he was walking his dogs around the ranch late at night when he ran upon a wolf. But y'all, this was no ordinary wolf. No, it was like 3 times bigger and had glowing red eyes. And you know what? This father shot at that wolf and was unfazed by 3 close-range shots fired into his hide. Not the Pueblo people, the Apache, and the Hopi, they all have their own legends involving the skinwalker. Some traditions believe that skinwalkers are born of a benevolent medicine man who abuses indigenous magic for evil. Then the medicine man is given mythical powers of evil that vary from tradition to tradition. But the one that all the traditions have in common is the ability to turn into or possess an animal or person. Now, there are other traditions that believe a man, woman, or child can become a skinwalker should they commit any kind of deep-seated taboo. They are described as mostly animalistic. Physically, these skinwalkers are described as animalistic. Even when they are in human form, they still look animalistic. It is also reported that this being is near impossible to kill. And here's what you need. You need a knife or a bullet dipped in white ash. I don't know where you would find that. Where would you get white ash? Now, the Navajo are very reluctant to discuss the skinwalker with outsiders. Like you and I, we would be outsiders to the Navajo people, unless, if I do have any Navajo people watching, shout out. And they won't even discuss it amongst themselves unless needed. As traditional belief is speaking about the malevolent being is not only bad luck, but makes their appearance all the more likely. So if you even speak about this being, it will come to you. Now, there are several stories of people who were in the wrong place at the wrong time and have run upon one of these creatures, even today. So be careful out there in the American Southwest. Be careful about speaking this thing's name and stay close to home at night. Don't go wandering around the forest, or you may come to face with a skinwalker. So, I'm not sure I believe in anything that is shape-shifting. It wasn't in my culture to tell, that we got these stories. But to the indigenous people, it is very, very much a reality. And my Dominican Republican friend said that it was mostly in the countryside, and it was stories that he heard when he was a child. But either way, who wants to take that chance? I don't. I don't want to come face to face with any one of those things. So, take a breath. The story's done. If you found my story of the shapeshifters interesting, give me a thumbs up. Hey, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Come on, it's a free way to help your girl out. She works hard. I mean, this is just a hobby for me, but I would like to grow because, in the background, I'd like to have one of those YouTube plaques. So help me out. And I know it's a little more than normal because this is not a Sunday, this is a Friday. And I am going to try to get up another video, maybe 2 this week. So, thanks for hanging out with me and listening to my story, and I will see you guys next time.